so weird, I wondered if Sarah B. was lying. Like, was she stating her deepest fear as her goal so it would feel like success when it came true? My own secret plan was to be pre-med until I could figure out how to be one of those ocean scientists who spends a bunch of their time swimming naked in a pack of dolphins. It seemed like the beginning was the same. Introductory bio, OChem, etc., and then somewhere a secret level unlocked and you underwent a series of quests you didn't know about yet, and boom, dolphins. We lived in a privately owned off-campus dormitory where 90% of the girls were named Sarah or else Rachel, Alyssa, Jamie, Becca, Carrie, Alana, or Jen. The other 10% were named Barry, Shira, and Ariel. The whole dorm was Jewish. I never understood how these things happened. Nowhere on any of the dorm's advertising materials, which had succeeded in making me so excited to live with no parents in a building of studious 18-year-olds with a frozen yogurt machine, did it say the word Jewish. But it seemed wherever I went in my life, everyone was Jews. While I might think I was making independent choices and moving around freely in the world, it was as though a secret groove had been carved and some invisible bumpers were going to push me gently back into that groove, the Jew groove, Sarahland. And Sarahland would trick me into thinking it was the entire world. It was confounding when I learned Jews were only 3% of the country because where was everybody else? We're like Heathers, but Sarahs, Sarah B. says. Sarahs are just Jewish Heathers, says Sarah A., touching up her manicure with a stroke of light pink. Sasha's totally the Winona Ryder, Sarah A., loud whispers. Sasha's phone rings a few minutes later, and she springs out of bed and cups her hand over the mouth part as she sidles into the bathroom. Sasha is Sarah A.'s roommate. She wears black leggings and tank tops, and when we're there at 10 p.m. flat ironing and measuring shots of vodka into our cranberry juice or back in the room at 3 a.m. holding each other's hair back for puking and or eating baked ziti pizza, Sasha is locked in the bathroom on the phone with her boyfriend who goes to some other school in some other state. Her eyes are always puffy around the bottom, but she's skinny with naturally straight black hair, and she doesn't seem to give a shit about us or what happens during our nights out, and this makes her glamorous. I'm stuck in a horde of Sarahs, but Sasha's on her own, crying alone in the bathroom or smoking alone on the dormitory's front stoop like someone's divorced mom. I want to be Winona Ryder, I say. You're so weird, Dr. Sarah, says Sarah B. The Heathers are who is cool in this movie, says Sarah A. Winona Ryder is demented. She's friends with the fat girl in the end. It isn't the right way to even watch the movie, I was pretty sure. You're supposed to want to be Winona Ryder, attached to a cool boy in a leather jacket who shoots up princesses and jocks and thereby shoots up culture itself. There seem to be only two options in Heathers, and probably everywhere. Either you're attached to a group of girls and obsessed with diets and clothes, or you're attached to a boy and obsessed with freedom and killing people. Sasha seems to be breaking the rule. She's attached to a boy, I guess, but he's an absent boy, a phone boy. I am feeling unsure about my own level of pleasure, being subsumed into a Sarah horde, but I'm also unsure how to extricate myself, where I would even go. My own roommate, Shira, clearly wants a bestie with whom to flat iron while trying on clothes and taking vodka shots, but she's desperate and therefore a worse version of the thing I already have. The Sarahs at least have an ease with which they flat iron and match shoes to outfits and take vodka shots, and when something comes easily, you can shrug it off like you barely even want it, and then you're more or less cool, at least. I ended up in this group partly because my best camp friend, Ayelet, was best friends with Sarah B. in high school. Every time I look at Sarah B., I remember how Ayelet and I swore to each other that camp was the only time and/or place that counted as real life. How we promised that our real selves would hibernate for 10 months and only reemerge upon entry next summer into the North Woods. We held each other each August in the Minneapolis airport like a couple about to be separated by war and wept.